Few questions that came up to me from some of you guys are how to start the new project, like how to start creating the layout for, say, a postcards or the cards that you are trying to create as a final project portfolio. So I will just quickly go into there and then move on to the other elements. It's probably a very good idea to have a ruler and measure how big you would like the output would be. If you have a postcards, then measure it and then see how big they are. They come up with the regular standard size, and when those are larger than standard size, then the stamps will become more costly too. So you like to come up with the standard side. I have some paper for you if you are interested in to use that is the folding type of cards, like folding kind of cards, and it's scored already. So you can print in one side and you can fold it because it's already scored. And then I have some papers like that for you to use. And then I will use that as a sample. That is a 7 by 5 by 7 cards. And then it opens this way too. So let's say we are designing for that size. So 5 by 7, and then it opens. So it must be 5 and 5, 10 by 7 is the canvas that you like to make at the beginning, right? So that's the thought process, that you start with measuring and how big the file size should be, and you go to file and new basically. And then file new, there are predefined size, but you can always create your own too here. And I can say 5, actually 7, and then I'll say by 10. This orientation. And I am going to print it eventually. So I'm going to have a resolution of 300 ppi. And it's going to be in color. And because I'm printing it and say I'm pulling out my images from Camera Raw, so 16-bit can be supported, and go ahead and create that. So this is a starting point. You can always bring out the rulers, and then also you can always bring out the grid if it is helpful. And then also, if you have a move tool, you can always bring out the guide from the ruler and say, this is the middle point. And I'll have one picture down here, and upper here, I'm going to have my information, for example. So this is the starting point. And if you like to bring in the picture to this, I will go into File. Let me just go into Bridge and then find some picture. Say, I'll use this Island Girl. Not sure how big it is. I'm going to use the embedded profile. And this is an 8-bit file, actually. I should have 16-bit file, but I don't really have it right now. This picture, if you like to bring this picture into this newly created file, then you can just go ahead and in here, I'm going to reset the photography, and then here you can make it to 2 ups so you can see both images next to each other. And you can grab the layers and then just bring it in here. It's warning me that this is 8-bit and my destination is 16-bit. And I'll say just go ahead and say OK. And say OK. So now I have this picture. Now I have this picture into a file. And then say I'm going to resize this because right now it looks like it's cut weirdly. So you can go ahead and transform scale and then hold shift and just make it so that it fits in the center perfectly and so on, right? I'm gonna actually hide this grid so that I can kind of see what's going on in here. And then if you like to put the information in the top, you can do, I'm gonna do something really simple. Photography at one, digital imaging 1. This is a digital imaging class, digital imaging 1, PHT 270, and then demo postcard, and say centered. And I put that one as an information.
So isn't that going to be upside down?
Thank you. I was going to ask you too. It is going to be upside down if you fold it too, right? So I might just go ahead and then flip that or rotate it. So when it's printed, you should have this one in the right side and this one in the right side too because you fold it in the center too. And then you can print the entire picture. So it's basically starting with measurement and make sure that the image is all adjusted before you bring this one into this folder, this file, and then do the layout. The Photoshop isn't really made for creating the layout. It's more like InDesign job to do this kind of things probably too, but this is a Photoshop class, so let's figure out how to do things in Photoshop. Okay, so if you are wondering how or where to start the project, this is how you kind of start the project.